Ah, there we go. Well, maybe I didn't have it sideways. Maybe I'm just crazy. I don't know. Ah, there we go. Hi, this is good afternoon. Happy Sunday. This is Tara Beth with Tara Beth Stamps. I'm a independent Stampin' Up! Demonstrator in mid-Missouri. Thanks for joining me tonight. I appreciate you spending part of your Sunday night with me. Tonight we are going to do a fun fold, of course. Hey Karen, hey Susan, sorry for the confusion. Thanks for joining me. So we're going to do a fun fold. We're introducing something from the new annual catalog. So this catalog comes out May the 3rd, so that we're just a couple of weeks away from that. So you can see that as soon as I got mine, I took it down to Staples. I got the side taken off and got it bounding, so it's nice and easy to flip-flop. I'd love to show you what's inside, but I can't. So hey Rosie, thanks for joining me. So if you don't have a catalog on your way and you want one, reach out to me. It's just going to take a small order, and I'd be love to get that out to you. There is so many beautiful things. Hey Mary, thanks for joining me. So many beautiful things. You can tell just by the front. This is a gorgeous set. I played with it all last night. I pumped out 3 or 4 cards with just this set alone on the front. So beautiful stuff. So let's get that out of the way. So what we're gonna do tonight is we're gonna play with the He's All That. This was, why did my video end? Okay, no, it looks like it's going. I don't know what's going on with my computer. Maybe too many kids on the internet. You know how that goes. If you've got kiddos that play video games. Yeah, there we go. Maybe those that... All right, so hey Karen, thanks for joining me. Janet, nice to see you. Thanks for coming by. So this is the He's All That collection. This is perfect for all those masculine cards that you're wanting, and I love that it's really diverse. It's got something for the griller, something for that classic car guy. There's a great brood for you that's got beer that coordinates really fun with that. So there's the stamp set. Here's the dies as they come. This is a gorgeous medallion. The flag, lots of really good versatile things you can do with this kit. And then here's the paper. So I cut mine up in 6x6. This is how my paper shares come. So if you're interested in that, let me know. All right, so we've got the classic cars using the Sahara sand and the black, basic black. I've got just a fun graphic that's great. This Argyle, love it. But what what I used on this one was this kind of classy, funky glasses, bow tie, dressy dad sort of thing. So that's what I did for the sample. What we're gonna do for the one we're gonna do tonight is I used the grill side of things. So let's get to it. I'm gonna set these out of the way and we'll get started. All right, so this, as I said, this is just another fun fold. Gives you a lot of space to put in a lot of those die cuts. Oh, that's what I was going to tell you. This collection has 2 pages of die cuts in there too, the same. And what I've done is I've taken them out and I've put them in a Ziploc bag so I don't lose any of them. The nice thing is they come off the paper really easy. The bad thing is they come off the paper really easy. So these are things that you're going to lose. Hey, Lori, thanks for joining. Yep, I'll put you on my list for the paper share. So I've got lots of beautiful little die cuts. You see how they brought that Cheers to You in. Some vintage tools. There's going to be maybe a stamp set that's got that in there. You've got these classic cars. So basically what I did was I just punched them all out, put them in a Ziploc bag so I don't lose them, and then I'll put them in with my DSP. So a fun way to use these is with this 4-panel thing I've got going here. So let's get started. So the first thing we're gonna do is just a lot of adhering. So look at this grill paperwork, perfect for that grill master. So these are the pieces that are gonna go on the inside. So we're just gonna use a little bit of DSP. Susan, I got you down, you got it. All right. So we're going to adhere these to a Sahara sand card base. And we're going to do this first so we can get these drying so they don't slide around once we put them in the card base. So I'm using that liquid adhesive to give me that little extra time to move things around, just in case you don't have it exactly where you want it. All right. So lots of great stuff in that catalog. You'll want to definitely check it out. Lots of last chance items available right now on clearance. So don't forget to check those out. So what I did with this panel of Sahara sand is I've already embossed it. I used the Tasteful Textured embossing folder with my stamp, my cut and emboss. I put it in there. Now on this particular one, I usually run it through once and then back again, just so I get a really good impression. So I've got that matching DSP that we're gonna put just along the edge there. We're gonna leave just a small border so we've got a little bit on one side and a whole lot on the other. So I'm gonna line that up to the best of my ability. I'm gonna burnish that down. Hey Amy, thanks for joining me, using all that good stuff. I got a nap since the last time I saw you. Amy had her Zoom meeting today and I took a Zyrtec this morning. I could barely keep my eyes open. All right, so this is our card base. We're gonna use a basic black card base. I'm gonna bring in my paper trimmer, do a couple of different things here. The first item is to score this at 4 1/4. All of these dimensions will be on my blog. If I happen to miss a comment or with a question or something, I'll come back and make sure that I get it. Yeah, I was exhausted. I don't know. I couldn't figure out what was going on, and then I remembered I took that Zyrtec, and yeah, I'm not really good with medicine. Okay, so I've got a piece of Sahara sand, and this is, I think, 4 1/2, and I'm going to score it at 2, 4, and 6 with my trim tool, or my scoring tool blade here. So something like this, I don't always use my score tool, just because I'm going to be doing some cutting. So then what I'm going to do, let's hope that I do it right. I'm going to fold it in half, and then I'm going to fold the two sides, making basically a mountain and a valley. So we've got a valley, a mountain, and a valley. Okay, so what this is going to do is when we place it on the card, when we open it up, it's going to create that pop-up. So without any rhyme or reason, I'm going to cut a diagonal fold line here. And like I said, I don't really care what I do. I'm just going to cut it right on down there. Okay. And you know what I didn't do? I didn't make mats for these like I did this one. So this one, I had to use some yellow because I was afraid that like the hand would get washed away on the black. So this one, I think I'm just gonna do with the, okay. All right, so we're gonna go ahead and do some more adhering, and then we'll work on that card front last. So just that liquid adhesive. I like the yellow pop too, Rosie, thanks. It did a little something for it. But I love just the black and the Sahara sand for a man's card. It makes it super simple and classic looking. Red would have looked nice. Maybe a Cajun craze with the barbecue would have been fun for this one. All right. So that's the inside. And then we'll go ahead. I'm going to burnish that down just a little bit more because it's super thick. This is a heavy, heavy card. This is going to definitely take some extra postage. Or just, you know, a hand-delivered card, which is always nice. All right. And here we go with the front. All right, so for the inside, this is super easy. All we're gonna do is take some tear tape and we are going to put it on the long side and the short side of the angled piece. And then we're gonna flip it over and do the exact same thing on the side piece, or for the back. So basically what we have is we have our accordion with tear tape on the back and the back, okay? So I'm going to take my tweezers and pull off the back of this tear tape if it'll let me, maybe not. There we go. Tear that off and tear this off. Now what we're gonna find is that once we get it on there, it's not gonna open up all the way. Okay, so I'm gonna give, you can see like I've got about 1/8 of an inch border on all of that. So now, in order to make sure that it closes, I'm gonna take my tear tape off of the back of the back. I guess is a way we could put it. Hey Vicki, thanks for joining me. And I'm gonna fold it shut and burnish it down really good. So we've got our fold with the pop. So just a staircase. All right, now what I'm going to do is pull the wrong thing out. These are the die cuts that I picked out to go with this one. So I've got Your Flipping Awesome with your grill stuff. Holy Smokes, You're the Best. I found a grill and then the Best Dad Award. So I thought I could use these stars on the front. And let's see here. Then we will stamp on a piece of white the Holy Smokes, You're Amazing. And we may do it on this since I don't have any basic white that I brought in here. The Holy Smokes, You're Amazing. And then we'll die cut it and I'll show you how to do that. So I've got these die cuts are amazing, Mary. I could not believe my good fortune when I opened up that pack of paper. So I'm gonna go ahead and put that one right there. And we'll put the, it looks like I'm gonna need to take that one off. I probably should have layered them out before I did that. So we'll put this one here. And this is where you can just throw in some of that creativity. You can put sentiments, you know, multiple sentiments on there. You can put, you know, just patterned paper. You know, DSP would be beautiful right here. All right. Go ahead and put that one back on in a more appropriate place. And hopefully that grill will fit there down at the bottom. If it doesn't, and it doesn't, so I could do one of two things. I could go ahead and cut that off and just kind of pull it down a little bit. Maybe that's what I'm gonna do. I think that's what I'm gonna do because I really like this grill. So yeah, we'll just layer that so my fire's not so intense. Yeah, that's what we're gonna do. Okay, I'm gonna add that there. I'm gonna get some tweezers because my fingers are starting to get gross. Okay, add that grill right there. And so that's all it takes for the inside is just kind of layering out those things. And you can see that it doesn't lay completely flat, but it's still pretty good. Okay, So now let's take some of the Sahara sand and I'm gonna just cut this piece off. And we will take our Holy Smokes stamp set or stamp and put it on our cling block. I'm gonna line that up as good as we can. That is a marshmallow fire, Rosie, good call. Okay, I'm gonna ink that up really good with some black ink and stamp it right in the center. Okay, next thing I'm going to tell you is I'm using my mini cut and emboss machine. So if you get a new catalog, you may want to look. What you'll see is that the plates are going up, as well as the base plates. Those are going up in price. So I would definitely go ahead. I may or may not have placed an order for about, I don't know, 2 or 3 of them on Friday so that I would have them before they go up in price. Because if you know you're going to use them, you're going to use them. You may as well get them. Okay, so here's my small round die, or oval die. Make sure you can see that. And I've got new plates here you can see, so these are going to crack pretty loud. All right. Set that down and squeeze it tight so that it doesn't shift on me. The machine can do all the shifting as long as the die doesn't. All right. Set that out of the way. One of the things that I've found on most of the new dies that Stampin' Up! Has is they've got these beautiful little edges on them. So they're creating them so that we have these little beveled edges. That just gives them just a little more something than just that plain straight die. All right. So I've got some linen thread here. If I can find the end of it. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to kind of try to straighten it out a little bit. I'm going to wrap my finger around here and I'm just going to do a figure 8 a couple of times. These are Mary Dethridge's figure 8s. All right. Actually, that's not big enough, I don't think. I have to use my middle finger, I think. There we go. Okay. Go ahead and cut my thread. Grab them with my tweezers. And then lay it where I think it might go. And then, yes, that's going to work out perfect. So I go ahead and cut a little snippet and tie a knot. And it doesn't have to be a very big, because it's not really a bow, we're just using it to cover it up. And the nice thing is these tweezers act like your 3rd or 4th or 5th hand. Hey Johnny, thanks for joining me. We're using some new product. All right, so here we go. There's my bow. I'm gonna cut some of these little twigs off there because I don't want all that jazz. Okay, I'm gonna use a glue dot, except, oh, yep, I've got a glue dot. I'm gonna use a glue dot to glue it down right there. And then I'm gonna use my Stampin' Dimensionals, and I'm gonna use those on each side and leave that middle center open so that the ribbon will have room to spare. So, okay, I like it with the Sahara sand better than I would have the white, so that actually worked out well. So this is what our card is gonna look like. Holy smokes, you're amazing. Perfect for Father's Day with these awesome die cuts. What I'm gonna do for those people that have asked for paper shares, I've decided I'm just gonna punch out the die cuts and just put an assortment in each bag. You may get 5, you may get 10, you know, you might get big ones, small ones, who knows. But that's how I'm going to treat that. All right, so the last thing up is the envelope. If I can find it, here we go. And so on this one, I just used a white envelope. Mary, I'm glad you like it. Thanks so much. And this is some of that Simply Elegant DSP that I had a hard time using this year, but I thought that it coordinated well with this and the original card. So that's just what I did. So there's our original. So I'm going to take a little bit of liquid adhesive because we don't want, what is it that Mary says, no naked envelopes. So we're going to do that. Adhere our DSP. I'm going to put it to that edge. Burnish it down a little bit, and then I'm going to take my paper snips and cut off the edge. I don't think I'm going to have a Facebook Live next week just because it's Easter and I want everybody to spend as much time with their family as they can. I hope to have some family here myself. But when you have kids in college, it's kind of, we may have Easter on Saturday, who knows? All right, so there's the envelope for that one. So this is the one we created today. Holy smokes, perfect Father's Day card. I'm getting on the ball with that one. And then here's the one we did, the classic birthday. So masculine cards aren't that easy, but with this new set in the catalog, I think it is going to be fantastic. So if you do any of these cards, please share them out. I'd love to see them. As I said, I don't think we'll be here. Thanks, Amy, so much. Thanks for watching. Thanks, Rosie. I won't be here next week, but we'll see you the week after then, and we'll be that much closer to that new catalog. If you've got any questions, reach out to me at Tara Beth Stamps. Thanks for sharing your Sunday with me. I appreciate it. Thanks.